It's that time of the week again, and it's time for another Wardy's Waffle. Hope everyone's having a decent week. We managed to get some work done this week, but the rain last Saturday, we had 21 millimetres, didn't do any favours at all, and then we've had another 6 millimetres the end of this week as well, so not done any favours at all. But we have still got our Heavyland sugar beet to get in, which is about 80 acres, and we've still got the 150 odd acres of the Capulet beans, and that's the beans that will turn into baked beans, so we've still got those to get in. But the beans are fine, as long as they're in by the end of May, they should be all right. So what have we got in this update? Some of you have been asking and wanted to see a bit more of the robotic mower and some close-ups of it and how it worked. So we've got some footage of that at the start, had some new software upgrade. B&B Tractors came to do that. They're the company we got our Manitou from, and also Husqvarna agents. And also Birchwood School in Lincoln I visited. They're one of the schools that I help and work closely with, and to do with the Lincolnshire Show Schools Challenge. So got some footage of that and me talking to the children. Also, we have been using this machine behind. This is the Weaving Energiser. Thank you, Simon Weaving, for letting us use this and bringing this over for a demo. We've been using it this last couple of days on the land that's coming the Capulet beans to open it up, and it's done a really good job. So we've got some really good footage of this with it behind the 8RX. Then there is also a seed and grain company near me called Copes at Sleaford, and they're having a bit of a rebrand and a relaunch, and so I went over there yesterday and spoke to Gemma Clark, who is the managing director, and to look at what they're doing. And then there's some more footage going to be coming on Thursday when I go to their relaunch and their open afternoon. So I've got Gemma talking to us as well. Then at the end of this clip, I went round from after talking to Gemma and Copes, I went round to Bailey Trailers, because they're only just round the corner, had a coffee with Michael, and then Michael just showed me one or two things around the yard and some of the trailers they got in stock, and just a general chat about their equipment and how they're getting on selling. And they're also actually putting in a new laser cutter, so I'll look at that as well. So that's it for this update. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Some of you might see me, or you might have seen me by the time you see this, because I'm heading off to the Young Farmers AGM at Blackpool. The Farmers Guardian have got a great event on this afternoon, so because it's Saturday now, so the Farmers Guardian have got an event on, so I'm heading off to Blackpool, so I might see some of you there. And if we have seen you this week, that's great. Thanks very much for saying hello. And anyway, that's it for now. Let's crack on with this. We'll see you at the end. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you midweek. Yes, one more thing I've just forgotten. I've also, a few people have been asking about that, the snippets I put in the midweek update about that promotional video that I was involved in making here at the farm with this RX actually on the Para Harrow, which is just across the other side of the yard behind the sprayer. I will just show you. This is the Maschio d'Aspado. So it's over there. It's not pronounced Maschio, as a lot of people say. Apparently it's pronounced Maschio. So that's how we need to keep pronouncing it. So it's the Maschio d'Aspado Para Harrow. So yeah, the footage, the film I was involved in helping to make that, the promotional video. This is just a snippet of that. This is for the cereals event, which is coming up on the 11th and 12th of June. These are the details. I am going to have more of an update on that and what's going on at the cereals event probably next week, but just to put a date in your diary, those farmers who like to go to the event, or if you're non-farmer, you can go as well. Open to everybody, 11th and 12th of June down in Hertfordshire. These are the details. Thanks very much. We'll see you at the end. Just got B&B Tractors here. Mower specialist just come to reprogram the mower and get it sorted. So Nick's just putting it in the shed. We've just moved the base because we needed a bit more room from the manhole cover at the side. So we've just moved the charging station. There we go. So that's docked in the charging station now. The lights on the shed as power. We're just setting it up. So what have we got to do here, Nick? You're saying make it square?
Yeah, so the key to it is to make it come out of the station square to its docking point.
Right.
And the way we do that, look at the dots either side of the back wheels.
There's the dots, yeah.
So we're going for 3 dots either side, ish.
Yeah.
Charging station, reinstall. Charging station's been moved. Continue. Going to increase that to 2 meters.
What's that do?
So that's how far the mower's going to reverse out of the station.
Yes. So that's the garden. So we've got two here. So that one on the left is the one around the house, and the one on the right is the office one. So that's the office one through there, where Frankie is. So we've got it set to go through that pathway there. We'll set it going.
So if we press play,
Yep.
we're going to select the work area. We want to select the house lawn, because that's the one we're in. We want to see it going. So it's preparing. And the mower should start moving. There we go, it's lowering its blades. Going to go to a starting position somewhere.
And will it determine itself where it's going to start?
Yes, it will never start in the same place over and over again. It'll always pick one of 4 corners.
So we've just altered the mowing pattern to, what's it called, Nick? Checkerboard. So it'll mow it once, cross way on like this, and then the next time it'll mow it the other direction, which it's been doing. You can see the lines up here. And at the minute, because it's worked out, this edge isn't square to the house, it's putting what we call in farming terms the gorings in. You'll all call it different in different parts of the country, to square it off. So it's now coming back. So Nick, what mower have we got?
So it's a 430X Neura.
And this one's linked to GPS and not wired, because you can get them wired, can't you? Sink a wire in the ground.
So this one, you can put it in the floor as a wired machine, but it will only do 3,200 square metres in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And because we've turned it into a GPS mower, it will now do 5,000 square metres in 24 hours.
Right.
And that's activating the lines.
Yeah, yeah.
What we call systematic mowing.
Right. And when you look here, though, I mean, the lines it's doing here is just fantastic when you look here. The difference it's made. Because last year, when on the old, as it had some new software design thing, on the old one, it used to go over the crisscross all over, and it'd probably go over the same part 5 times and then leave other areas.
Yeah.
You can hear the grass being cut underneath. Nick's just come from Boston installing another one, but this is the other extreme. What was that one?
So it's called a Ciora. It's the 546, so it's capable of doing 75,000 square metres. It's on a golf course. Cuts a metre wide. Same actions as this, so it'll cut systematic side by side. You can do a crosshatch. But yeah, it's just the other end of the scale.
The other end of the scale. Yeah. And it'll link to the same to the receiver, just like that.
Exactly the same receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, but a metre wide cut.
Yeah.
Cracking, that'll be good. You'll soon get some done with that. Just going to take the bottom off. This is how this is the blades that it cuts. They're really small blades. There's only 3 of them, because there is some gunk on the edge of the blades. So there's the 3 blades. 1, 2, 3. That's one of the blades. Can you see all the there? Look, the rubbish on it, and it's these blades in it. When you look at how they're fastened on with this special bolt, the blades then apparently spin round in all directions, and they use all 4 corners. Yeah, pivoting front axle, that's good.
Independent wheels.
Yeah. Of course, this is why you'll get some of the striping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Through the wheels.
From the wheels, yeah.
I've just come to Birchwood School near Lincoln, and this is one of the schools that I help with. I've been helping them here 2-3 years now, I think it is, and they're doing a schools challenge, which is something for the Lincolnshire Agricultural Society, that they'll feature and display things at the Lincolnshire Show, which is on June the 17th and 18th, I think it is, at the Lincolnshire Showground. So Dom here, the teacher, we're just talking to the children. Some of them were involved in the schools challenge that came last year, so I'm just sorting out with them what we're going to do, and we need to bring some feeders as well. I'm going to bring some of the bird feeders we have around the farm, because you can hear we've got some songbirds here, and I'm going to bring some feed as well from some of the food we use. So always enjoy this, get a great lot of satisfaction out of talking to the children, and you're going to come around the farm as well. In about probably 2 or 3 weeks we're going to have a visit and a tour around the farm on our tractor and trailer. Right, so how many? 500,000? 10 million? Right, so we've got 10 million and we've got 1 million.
I'm going to say 2 million, 0.5.
Oh, right. You change yours. Right, shall I tell you how many we consume, baked beans, in tins, every day in the UK? 2 million. Wow. You weren't very far off. So 2 million tins every day of the week, every day of the year in the country. So remember that figure, because when I come next week, I'm going to ask you again to see if you remember. And can you remember the countries where they come from?
Yeah.
Right, one country.
Ethiopia.
What? That's one. I'll come back to you.
Canada.
Yeah, that's two.
China.
China, that's three. There's one more. Yeah. Yeah, we've said America. Didn't someone say America?
No.
Oh, well, that, yeah, there is. Canada, sorry, yeah. What were you going to say?
Africa.
Ethiopia. So you've got Canada, America, Ethiopia and China, the 4 countries where baked beans are grown. So remember those facts for next week. All right? Brilliant. So important day today. We've got Stuart here who does our, I don't know what you call it, internal pre-audit before we have our task proper storage audit, which is next Friday. So Stuart just comes to make sure I'm right, keep me in order, which is a job. Not easy, keeping me in order. But anyway, we'll get there. And Stuart's really good at getting all the paperwork sorted, make sure we're right just to get us ready for the audit. And just we've got a few non-conformances to do that Stuart will highlight, and then we have to get those done ready for the proper audit next week. So that's it, isn't it, Stuart?
Job done.
Brilliant, thank you. It's Friday morning. Ruben's got the bowser out. We need to put some sulphur on 2 fields of wheat up at the Heath. So we're going to Omex with the bowser to pick it up. That's the fertilizer company, which is about probably 40 minutes on a tractor at Bardney. So the other side of, east of here where we are on the farm here. So Ruben's going to go and pick the fertilizer up. We're actually going to mix it with some water, and we're going to apply 200 litres a hectare of fertilizer and then 50 litres a hectare of water with it, just to weaken it down slightly to help avoid the scorch, because it can scorch with the crop being quite lush and green. But the good thing is that the good thing for this is there's rain this afternoon, which will help wash it into the soil, which is where it needs to be. You can see over my left shoulder in the distance, Tom's got the drag. You can just see him. We've got the weaving, what did they call it? Weaving Energiser. It's doing a good job, actually. We're on the land that's going to be planted with the Capulet beans. That's the beans that will turn into baked beans. And it's really wet underneath, but we need to open it up. So that's what we're doing here. But the headlands, as we call them, are really wet. So I don't think we're going to crop those, because there's no point in wasting the seed. The seed we've got is the only seed in the country for the Capulet, and so we want to make sure that we utilise the best area, really. And so there's no point in planting the edges of the fields, the ends or the headlands, because they're going to have minimal establishment because of how wet it is. So this is one field they did last night, Ruben and Tom between them, but you can just see here on the edge here, look how wet this is. There's actually still water there, look, you can just see some water. So we're going to do it a couple of times with this drag, probably. It ought to rain this afternoon, it's Friday. Do it a couple of times with the drag, and then see what else we do next week. So all the way along this headland, you can see how wet it's been, and it still is, by the darkness of the soil. Skylarks are singing happily this morning. Until I say that, then they stop. So if you're wondering why it's brown, that's because we've sprayed it with glyphosate or Roundup to kill all this off. This is volunteer wheat that was shed out the back of the combine last year. We always get some out the back of a combine. Then this here is blackgrass. So that is the weed that we've been fighting for about best part of 20 years, but 10 years ago we decided to do something about it. So various measures, those of you who follow this channel for a while know that we don't tolerate any at harvest time. We hand pull it. We have a team come in and we hand pull every single field. We spray in the autumn and then round up off any bad patches in the growing wheat, and that's how we get rid of it. And we are getting rid of it, definitely. But you can just see here what happens. It's still coming after 10 years of what we call zero tolerance. So you can see Tom there in the distance. machine is mounted, whereas I normally prefer trailed machines, but as this is a demo machine from Weaving, I think the mounted one is the only one we've got. And thanks to Simon Weaving for bringing this to us the other day. Really appreciate the help we get from the manufacturers. Packer at the back for depth control. It's actually lifting it up, doing a really good job. Getting a bit of the dry up from the top, mixing the wet up and the dry, and just generally getting air into it, which is what we want for the rain this afternoon, so it doesn't do too much damage, but it depends how much is going to come. The thing at the back there you see is something called dust, which we haven't seen for a while. Really odd, just walking back across this field from looking at the drag, and there's a little wet hole here, you can see it dark. Just listen to it squelch, if I can do it. Actually, there is a little bit of water just there. What a year. What a year. Horrendous. You can see I've got Cope Seeds board behind me. I've got Gemma Clark next to me. This is a local seed company near me, Sleaford in Lincolnshire, which is about 10 miles from Leadenham. We've been growing the naked oats for Gemma for a few years. So we've got various things happening over the next few weeks. So Gemma, just a bit about your company, please, and what you do.
Yeah, sure. So we're Cope Seeds and Grain. We're based in Lincolnshire. We've been going 21 years. My father, Trevor Cope, originally set the business up, and I bought him out about 3 years ago.
Brilliant. And are you all over Lincolnshire, all over the country?
Yeah, we trade all over the country, up into Scotland, across into Wales, and even down into Cornwall.
And do you have agents or people that work for you there, or is it all done from here at Sleaford?
It's all done from here.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what crops are you involved in as well? Because you're in some niche crops, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. So we focus on cereals and pulses, but we're heavily involved in the organic sector and regenerative community sector as well.
So organic, so you're growing and handling organic varieties?
Yes.
And what's the market of that at the moment in the country? Quite small?
It is, yeah. We're about 3% of all agricultural land in the UK is put down to organics.
Right. And just for viewers, just understanding organic, that is normally where fertilizer, chemicals, plant protection products aren't applied to crops, and they yield a lot less because of that, but they're sold at a premium to standard crops that we grow. And generally there is a market for those across the country, but because of the yield is a lot less, they won't be able to fulfil the whole UK requirements for the demand for crops, if you like. But there is a good demand, a good market for organics. So we've got coming up, Gemma, a little something coming up which you've invited me to next week.
Yep.
Really looking forward to that. What have we got going on?
So we've got our first ever product launch next week. So as well as seed and grain, we actually do a lot of work with European plant breeders. Yeah. So we work with all the UK wide breeders. As many of you will know, KWS, Syngenta, Lima Grain, etc. Yeah. Sorry if I've missed anyone.
Yeah, that's all right. It always happens.
But what makes us unique is that we also work with European plant breeders, looking at their material, bringing it over here, private trialling it, and anything we think is going to add value to growers and end users, we put through the official trial system.
And just on that, is there strict requirements and EU laws and regulations, import laws on using foreign varieties and things?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for us to now market varieties here in the UK since Brexit, we have to go through the official trial scheme and get at least 2 years worth of trials results to be able to then market a variety.
So there's a big paperwork trail
and expense.
And expense as well.
Yeah.
Great. Right, well that's a bit of an intro of what's happening here at Sleaford with Cope Seeds, and I'm going with on Thursday to this product relaunch thing, so that should be really good. Looking forward to that. We'll have a catch up and see Gemma there. We'll have a lot more talk from Gemma and other people on Thursday.
Yes.
Great. Thanks, Gemma.
Thank you.
So I've just left Cope's and Gemma, which is just round the corner from Bailey Trailers. So I'm just going to call in and see Michael and all the Bailey clan. With Michael, we're just going into the workshop. What you got going in, Michael?
New Biostronic 4x2 15 kilowatt laser.
Right, is that actually going in now?
Yeah, the laser bit's in. We're waiting for the transfer tables to be fitted.
Right, we'll nip in and have a look. This is it inside the factory. Looks like this is it down here. That's the old laser cutter in the corner there. They're leaving that in for the minute, so there'll be 2 running just till this gets going properly. Is it going now? Yeah, no, you can't see it. No, you can't see anything.
Head's here, look. Not doing anything.
Oh, that's the head down there. That's what cuts, so it's not doing anything at the minute. You can see that crane, or there's 2 there. You can see that one. Safe loading weight, 3,200 kilograms, sorry, so that's 3.2 tons. Here's a new low loader. Triaxle. Just what we want instead of our flat trailer. There's a trailer with hydraulic clamps. Saves putting ropes and straps on to secure your load of bales. So are these all sold, Michael? Or some are, some aren't?
Yeah, there's 25, 30 as they're coming off. That's sold, the rest is stock.
Yeah.
There was 140, we're down to about 75, 80 now.
In stock.
Yeah.
And this bale trailer up here, these are what you call clamp trailers.
Yeah.
You're selling a few of these now, looking at them, they're starting to get, with all the regulations now regarding securing your load.
Loads of these now.
Yeah.
They're more popular than standard flat now.
Are they really? Yeah. Not surprised if you've got bales. So what you do is, they used to see the clamp here hydraulically. That there, that will all lower down. That top one there will lower down. You load your bales up and then you pull it up and it secures the whole load. Really good. And that's a smaller one for when you're not carting so many bales.
Two rows of round bales normally.
2 rows around. And what's that
This
one?
one's for your full Hestons.
The big Hestons.
Yeah.
That's a little short, nifty little trailer. Crack, it's got everything on it. Electric sheet.
Hydraulic sheet.
Oh, hydraulic sheet, yeah, not electric.
Big tyres.
Yeah, big tyres. How many tons?
9.
Crikey. Looks small. Just stand next to it, mate. Sorry, and then see. No, that just shows you how small it is. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Big tyres, yeah. And that's it going. Sweden?
Norway.
Norway.
And then that's for fen peas.
Ah, now this is an interesting trailer. You can see it's got twin chassis here and then a ram there. So what that will do is that lifts up, it'll lift the whole thing up flat and then it tips it into a lorry so that peas are not damaged when they're loading them. You can see there's a flap here. This hinge, this will fold out and acts as a chute into the lorry. I'll see if I can get a picture on to overlay it so you can see what it does. So people carry, where's this going to?
Waitrose.
Waitrose.
Down in Hampshire.
I didn't know Waitrose had got a farm.
Down in Hampshire.
Right. And this is
our new one for us.
This is ours, what we have. We've got one we share. Michael and myself will share one, and this is all. Have you changed the design of it?
Slightly. All seat belts and everything now, all cushion seats.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Looks good.
I think you'll.
So that's the one that we'll be having.
Yeah, you'll be taking it for the first outing.
Yeah. June the 5th for our open day. Anybody listening who wants to come to that, I have mentioned it before. Fantastic. Now this is interesting. What's this one? Potatoes?
Hydraulic side, so it's a trailer with hydraulic, so it's a bit lower for them to put the tates in.
So it doesn't bruise them.
Yeah.
I'll see now, and you can pick it up here. This mottling effect. What do you put on the front here?
Anti-chip.
Yeah, to stop
I
the
can show you some.
Salt.
Off the wheels, because the tractors are getting faster. Even this older one, look, the only thing, the paint's quite nice on the trailer, but the front was all chipped.
Yeah, so you put that on.
It's been and just had that put on, and
Yeah, makes a big difference.
keeps it right. And it's on everything now as standard, even the people carrier for yourself lot.
Yeah, you can just see. I don't. Can you see? Pick up that mottling effect there compared to there where it's smooth, and it's a lot tougher. Stands
There's
the chip.
about 100 microns of paint on the side.
Yeah,
There's approximately 450 in total on the front.
big
And it's
difference.
got like a rubberized paint in between,
Yeah.
so anything hitting it will bounce off rather than chip
it.
It's
Crikey.
not, maybe not stop it 100%,
No,
but make it considerably better.
like there's one here. Just show you this one. otherwise this is what tends to happen to them. Look at this. Hopefully it will stop it 90%. Just looking here, another electric sheet there, another one there, another one here. So Michael, just explain please this.
Yeah, the straps on the side.
Yeah.
These straps on the side, which go underneath, there's a motor and a roller underneath.
Yeah.
They close it and the top motor opens it.
So that strap will pull that.
Yeah, and so it pulls it round, yeah.
Pulls it round, it'll wind it down there, which then pulls the sheet over the top. Yeah.
And you can have them on the off side, which is this one for roots.
Yeah.
Or on the near side, like that one is
For grain, because it depends. Because obviously, when you're combining, your combine is always going to be on this side of the trailer, so it's easy. You want it this side. Useful feature there, that hydraulic jack. What's that for? When you connect two together.
When you connect two together to tow them from one contract to the next.
So some people tow two trailers together, and then that means that handle there, you can just operate that jack to support the trailer at the right height for backing up. Tom's just coming back from those fields. It's just starting to rain. You can just see showers on the yard. Hopefully he's got done. Look at his tracks, they're clean, so I think he has, which is great. He's applying some liquid fertilizer. You heard me mention a few minutes ago in this clip, we're putting the sulphur and nitrogen on because you can just see the crop's not looking very good. We've got a deficiency of sulphur. You can see when you're going at the end, you can just flick a switch and put the booms into gull wing so that when you turn, the tip of the boom doesn't go in the floor. So we're putting on 100 litres a hectare of, and we're putting on 100 litres a hectare of 10 nitrogen 20S. That's 10% nitrogen, 20% sulphur, and that'll give. We're putting on at 250 litres a hectare. But there's 50 litres of that is water, so we're putting it on at actually 200 litres of nitrogen. So that will give us 20 kilograms a hectare of nitrogen, and then it will give us 40 kilograms a hectare of sulphur. And it is raining now, you maybe just see, but that's fine. With liquid nitrogen, that's fine. And we want a bit of rain to wash it into the roots, because that's where it needs to be.